What can destroy a town in less than 5 minutes and travel at over 60 miles per hour? If you guessed tornadoes, you are correct. There are 5 main states in America that people call Tornado Alley. These states include Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Iowa, and Missouri. The term Tornado Alley can be traced back as late as 1952, where it was the title of a research project for the U.S. Air Force meteorologist Major Ernest J. Fallbush and Captain Robert C. Miller. The phrase did not get a hold of the media until 1957, when the New York Times published an article about the country's recent tornado activity. To truly understand tornadoes, we must understand what type of weather causes tornadoes, the different categories of tornadoes, and even the strange things that can happen when tornadoes occur. The definition of a tornado is a violent rotating column of air extending from a thunderstorm to the ground. For a tornado to form, they need a certain type of weather. They need a layer of warm, humid air near the ground, along with strong winds, a layer of colder air along with strong west or southwest winds, and a third layer of very warm, dry air that hovers between the warm and moist air at low levels and the cool, dry air above. This type of weather can mostly be found in thunderstorms. When this type of weather happens, it creates an instability in the atmosphere. An unstable atmosphere is when the temperature decreases quickly with height. Now that we know what type of weather is needed to make a tornado, let's twist right into the different categories of tornadoes. The scale of tornado's intensity is called a Fujita scale or an F scale. There are 6 levels on this scale, F0 through F5. F0 is the weakest, and F5 is the strongest. Each category on the scale represents the amount of damage that can occur and the wind speeds. For instance, the F0 category has a wind speed anywhere from 73 miles per hour to 112 miles per hour and can cause moderate damage like broken tree limbs and roofing damage. Whereas the F5 category has wind speeds over 200 miles per hour with incredible damage, including homes completely blown away and towns being destroyed. I'm sure most of you only hear of the F5 category tornadoes that happen in Tornado Alley. But to put in perspective how many of these F5s really occur, here are some good to know facts. 69% of all tornadoes are labeled weak tornadoes, meaning they have a lifetime of 1 to 10 minutes and wind speeds less than 110 miles per hour. 29% of tornadoes are labeled strong tornadoes, meaning they last 20 minutes or longer and winds reach 110 to 205 miles per hour. And only 2% of tornadoes are labeled violent tornadoes and can last over an hour. One of the most violent tornadoes in U.S. history was in Hackleburg, Alabama, with wind speeds over 200 miles per hour and an estimated damage cost of $1.25 billion. Although only 2% of tornadoes are considered violent, they are the cause of 67% of all deaths from tornadoes. Now that you are familiar with the different categories of tornadoes, let's crash into some strange things that stir up when tornadoes occur. Although dangerous and deadly, tornadoes seemingly choose what they want to destroy and what they do not want to destroy. On April 27, 2011, in Ringgold, GA, a diner was destroyed so badly that it had to be torn down. But in the days after the horrible tornado, passerbyers saw the strangest sight: an untouched, unscratched cake plate with a cake still inside. Weird, right? In another strange occurrence, 30 chickens were stripped of all their feathers but survived the 1943 tornado of Lansing, Michigan. Tornadoes are very complex. They need certain types of weather. They are categorized differently than other types of storms, and sometimes they leave behind the strangest things. So the next time you see chickens without feathers or a flying car, you might want to take cover because it just might be tornado season in your area.
That was good.